Hello there. If you don't know who I am already, I will reintroduce myself. My name is Gaye and I live in a lovely city called New Plymouth in New Zealand. And today I am going to try doing a puddle pour and swiping my comb through it. And my colours I'm using today are Green Light, Vermilion, Ultra Blue, Cadmium Yellow and Titanium White. And they're all Renoart except the yellow, which is Montmartre. I actually like the Montmartre yellow the best as it has a really good opacity level. And all my colours are mixed with 2/3 of Renoart Craft and Hobby Glue and 1/3 of distilled water. I haven't added any silicone or dimethicone to this paint mix. So I am going to start by putting a puddle down of the white paint in the middle and just drizzle it until it's well spread out. And I'm just going to roll it around a little to spread it out a bit further. Of all my paints that I've mixed today, the white one was the thinnest. Because I like doing the comb pours so much, I'm finding that having a thicker paint when I put the comb through it seems to make a more defined pattern, which I'm really happy with. So that'll do for my circle of white paint. And now I'm going to add the colours, starting with the green. Just going through 2 or 3 times with the colours until I've got as much as I need on the canvas. Well, it looks very much as though my canvas isn't level, but I've got all the paint that I want on there for now, except I might just drizzle what I've got left in my cup of my white paint just around the edge of this. And now I'm going to torch it, as there are a lot of air bubbles in there. And my comb. I wasn't quite sure which comb to use. I'm still not completely certain. This one was an Avon comb that I acquired years ago and is a very good comb to use. And it's shaped a little more like a fork would go through the paint, although slightly wider tines than the fork. And then, or prongs, and then of course there's this one. Whichever comb I use, I want to do it in a star pattern, going all the way round, going from the centre out. So what I'm thinking I might do is do a 4-star with this one, and then another 4-star pattern with this one. So I'll start in the middle and I'll do my comb swipe. So I'm now going to give it another quick torch, and then I will use this comb to do 4 more swipes. Okay, another quick torch. And I'm ready to do a tilt. This is going to be very interesting, as I already feel as though it is dominant. Yellow is going to be the dominant colour. I'm not quite sure what to think of that. It's very yellow. It's certainly different, very attractive. I'm going to step back from it for a couple of minutes and see what I think, and decide if there is anything else that I want to do to it, or whether I just want to leave it. Well, I've been looking at it for a little while, and much as I think a lot of people who see this are going to go, leave it alone. It's a beautiful yellow, vibrant splash across the other colours. I am going to add more paint to it, do a little more combing through, a little more tilting to just downplay some of the yellow. I'm going to try and make it burst a little more from the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to use this comb just gently. I'm going to try and swish it in the direction of the main comb areas. Now I will give it another little wee tilt, see if I can move those colours in a little further. There is a lot of paint on the canvas, so I'm sure it won't hurt for me to get rid of some of it. I have to stop now for a minute and remove a small chunky piece of paint, as it's making its own little pattern here on the canvas, which doesn't suit me at all. I'm going to get my toothpick and see if I can just work that through a little to make it look as though it's part of the painting rather than a chunk I had to take out. Looks a bit better. Okay, so I just want to take that back over a little more in this direction, and then I think it will be time for me to leave it alone. Well, that has certainly been a wonderful experiment. I'm pleased with the way it's come out. I'm glad I added the additional, even though it is rather strange and unusual, but it's good for this time of year when we've got Halloween. So once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.